Hello and welcome back to Sandras Week. This week has been varied in many ways, as it often is, from calm and routine to support, comfort, and giving to others. But this week's topics in this podcast are dreams, ambitions, and actual professions. There is a difference between immigrants and immigrants, the longest 15 minutes in the world, when the cute little cat becomes the cat from hell, pets, who manipulates who, and when the spring sun pops out. Okay, let's start this. Dreams, ambitions, and actual professions. Yeah, you know that question we all get as children from adults. What do you want to be when you grow up? Yes, we probably all know that. Some actually fulfill their dreams, but unfortunately, far from all. I am one of those who had many and grand dreams, but they did not come to anything. First, I wanted to be a ballerina, then an ice dancer, stuntman, movie star, and last but not least, a secret agent. Yeah, all that cool stuff I wanted to be. But it came to nothing. For various reasons, my body worked against me. Well, the ambition that became when I realized that it would not be any of that then was at least that I could do the right thing for me, because it would never be difficult to get and keep an office job, now would it? Because it was really just about knowledge, I thought. No, no, no. As the years went by, it turned out that social competence became more and more important. So what is left when I when what I learned in 1983 and to 1985 is now considered obsolete? Well, then it will be to work with something you never thought you would do, which I think applies to many others in different situations as well. Next, there is a difference between immigrants and immigrants. Maybe a slightly hot potato, but anyway. This headline may seem a bit provocative, perhaps, but there is actually a difference between immigrants and immigrants. Then I mean, of course, where in the world you come from and everything that follows from it. Take me, for instance. I am by definition an immigrant, even though I neither sound like nor look like the classic immigrant. I was born and raised in Sweden and moved from there to Finland, settled here, and have acquired Finnish citizenship. But do you think anyone here sees me as an immigrant? No, no, no. Even at the employment office, an administrator there once said, when I asked to take a Finnish language course, that it was only for immigrants and that I was not one. Well, there I had to sit and clearly explain to her that I am in fact an immigrant and have the same rights to education and information about what applies in my new country as any other overseas immigrant. Then, in the end, she agreed. I was so upset then you wouldn't believe, and I still get very upset when I think about it. Well, the world's longest 15 minutes. The world's longest 15 minutes, yes. Well, you know that last part of the working day when you know that nothing more will happen, but you have to stay until the clock is closing time. It's really so hard. In an office, you can sit and sort binders, papers, and sharpen pens indefinitely. In businesses and shops, perhaps you can clean and fix different things in the if the situation allows it, just to have time go by, not because it is needed immediately, but to have something to do. When the cute little cat becomes the cat from hell. Yeah, the cute little cat, yes. Last night our little kitten, soon 10 months, went crazy in the middle of the night. He jumped and bounced, slammed the doors, meowed and wanted to go out to the next room to fight with a big cat. He had rested and slept all the day and now he wanted to have fun and play and fool around. And we boring people, we just wanted to sleep. Well, when the clock approached 4:30 a.m., he finally calmed down and found a good place to sleep. He laid his head down, looked at me, blinked a little, and fell asleep. And then he had become that cute little kitten again. Pets. Who manipulates who? About pets, yes. It's interesting to see how dogs treat their owners versus cats. And above all, how they manipulate us. For manipulating us, they all do. If for some reason we think that it is we who decide over them, then we are fooling ourselves. It is always our pets who have the last word. Dog eyes we all know about, right? You know that look a dog have when it wants something. That's right, manipulation. To be honest, how many people can resist it? And then cats following us around and those slowly blinking eyes when they want something. Who can resist them? The only thing most people usually say if they see a pet behaving like this is, "Oh, how cute!" Right? Yeah. Well, when the spring sun pops out. So, is spring approaching or not? Well, just today, Friday, the 26th of February, it seems to be so anyway. The sun is shining, the snow and ice are melting, the rain is falling, and the water the water is starting to take over the streets. Thoughts then naturally begin to go to the word floods. And it's not as fun as just thinking, "Oh, now spring is finally on its way," because no one immediately thinks, "Oh, now the floods are finally on their way." When you think of spring, many people start to think about being outside, what you want to do in the garden if you have one, or if you, like me, simply like plants of different kinds. I would like to start thinking about planting things outside and so on, but it is hardly possible yet because there is still about 1 meter of snow in some places if you don't count all the cloud edges and snow that falls from the roof edges, of course. Then it's up to 3 meters high at some places. Well, it's going to take a while longer for the spring and the flowers and things to arrive, but I think we will be getting there slowly but surely, mostly slowly, probably. Well, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for listening, and hopefully you will join in again in the next episode of Sandra's Week. Thank you. Bye bye.